Hey everybody, it's Chad from Six Blog. Today I want to do another one of my typical post-hike gear talk videos, but I decided I'm going to do it just a little bit different. Instead of trying to cram all of the gear that I want to talk about into one long video, I'm actually going to break it up into 4 parts. This way I can talk just a little bit more on specific pieces of gear, and it'll be cut down into one video. And that way, if you don't want to watch what I talk about on some of my gear, you can just watch the specific video. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to do it in 4 parts. The first part I'm going to do is on the backpack. The second part I'm going to do is going to be on my shoes. Third part I'm going to do is going to be on my trekking poles. And then the fourth part is actually going to be a jumbo, just a mix of a couple of smaller items. Okay guys, this is going to be the last part of my post-hike gear talk videos. This is going to be the 4th video. And I just have a few items that I want to talk about just quickly and share with you. The first one is going to be, this is the Simple Outdoor Solution Escape Pod Cozy cooler, Reflectix cooler, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, I carried 4 beers on this hike to share with the group and just to kind of add a little extra weight to my pack as well as bulk, because that's a 60-liter pack and I had to fill it with something. Altogether, I think between the 4 bottles of beers as well as the koozie, I think it was about 5.5 pounds total. I think this little cooler, if I remember right, it weighs around 4.5 ounces. Anyway, it did its job pretty well. I mean, you know, it's got this little separator in there for bottles. I put 4 bottles in there, put it in there, and it did just fine. It seemed to keep it cold enough. Once I got to the shelter, I actually took the beers out, put them down in the water, let them get colder. And something else I'm thinking about doing with this on another hike, that's going to be just a quick overnighter, and I don't mind carrying extra weight. I'm thinking about carrying food in it, like some stuff to make some hobo rolls and stuff like that, because that would have been awesome. I think I would have honestly enjoyed that more than I did the beers while I was at the shelter that night. But anyway, this is the the Simple Outdoor Solution Escape Pod Cooler. This was supplied to me free of charge quite a while back. This was the first hike I actually got to carry it with me on. And this is not something that I would use all the time, just more on relaxed, short hikes similar to the one that I just did. But anyway, it is what it is, and it worked out pretty good for me with that use. I want to talk about the Aqua Clip. I just did a video of this not too long ago. It worked very well. Put my bottle in there, slid my bottle through my strap, and then because of the strap, the size of the loop that I put it in, it would wobble back and forth, so I had my loop at the bottom, and I just shoved the bottle in that and it held it just fine, no problems. Saying that, I don't think it's for me. It's just a little extra weight, not much. Like I said, I think these things are about 0.4 ounces, but the system that I use, the DIY system that I use, some of you may remember, it's just a little mitten hook and a piece of cord, and it works great. I'm super happy with it. I have no reason to change that method. My one hang up with this is that it's made for smallmouth bottles, and I'm just more of a big mouth bottle fan, such as the Gatorade bottles. So because of that, I'm probably not going to be using it. However, I think these have lots of other uses. My kids are going to use them whenever they go on little day hikes with me. That way they can clip their own bottle of water in. You know, there's a lot of other uses I have for this, so I don't think it's a worthless product by any means. I think it's actually pretty cool. Just for me, I just have a system that works for me that's different from this. I will say that I carried a couple extra and handed out to the others that went with me, and there was my buddy Gizmo Joe. He actually used 2 of them, and he was actually really happy with them. He used a smaller loop of cord, so when he put it in there, he didn't have to secure anything to the bottom. It just held really good. So if you don't have a designated way of carrying water on your shoulder straps and you think you're interested in it, I would suggest picking up some of these and trying them out. They're about $3, and they work. So it is what it is. Pretty neat little product, and if it fits your needs, it fits your needs. Just for me, it doesn't. Mainly, like I said, because I like the big mouth bottles. But anyway, it's a cool little item. I want to talk about next. This is a Finum coffee filter. I actually got this idea from John Abella. This is about 1/2 ounce, I think, for the filter itself. This allowed me to bring real coffee, put real coffee in there, pour some water in there, let it brew, sit there for a minute, pulled it out, and then fixed my coffee right up. Tastes great. I love it. It's easy to clean, but I wouldn't carry it with me on most of my hikes, just simply because it's a little extra weight. And I'm perfectly happy drinking that that coffee, that instant coffee. It comes in a little packet. No problems with me there. I just wanted to bring it and try it out and use it because it does make a good cup of coffee. So it is what it is. My mini water filter. I used this a couple of times on this hike. It worked just like I expected. It worked great. I filtered probably about 3 liters of water with it is all. Like I said, it was just an overnight hike. Didn't need a whole lot of water. Maybe 4 because I did filter some water for one of my buddies. But anyway, I think it's great. Size-wise, weight-wise, the point that it's absolute 0.1 micron filter. I mean, you can't, the next cleanest thing to this is actually purifying your water. And then you can get these things for 20 bucks. It's totally a win for me. I absolutely love it, and I'm definitely going to be using this even more. I usually, for cold weather, I would prefer to bring tablets, just so I don't have to worry about my filter freezing up. However, on this hike, temperatures were supposed to have got down below freezing. I brought it with me anyway. I slept with it in my sleeping bag, small enough not to hardly even notice. So overall, I really like it, and I definitely suggest this filter to someone that's looking to cut filter weight or to use a different method to filter their water. I want to talk about my GooseFeet Gear Overbooties. I've talked about these a few times. I did something a little different before this hike. Man, these are nasty. Basically all I did is I have issues with these sliding out from underneath my feet because my down socks are so slippery. And I tried to put some different foam in here. I used some thicker foam. This is some of the blue foam you can get from Walmart. I cut it out. It fits in there. Still having a tough time walking in it. So I don't know. I'm starting to come to the conclusion that maybe the Overbooties are not going to work out for me like I'd hope, at least on unlevel ground. And the shelter we stayed at last night, Sassafras Shelter on the AT, just above the NOC, it's got a lot of uneven ground. So I was having some serious issues walking around, trying not to fall down. So I love the idea. I think that I'm going to have to just see if they're going to work for me still, though. I'm not giving up on them. I'm going to keep trying different things. Overall, I like them. It's just, I don't know. Hard to say on that, because I've been using them on a number of hikes. When they work great, but when they don't, they're kind of tough to get used to. A couple other things I want to mention just quickly. I used my large XLite pad. Worked great. I loved it. In conjunction with the large XLite pad, I used my GooseFeet Gear down pillow as well as the Exped pillow inside it. And man, let me tell you, that is a beautiful combination. The way I've got it set up, I can just wrap the that little bungee or the little shock cord underneath my XLite, and that pillow stays spot on. I can blow the pillow up, and man, it worked out super nice. As well, I also use my Marmot Helium, and I got to tell you, it's been a while since I slept in that thing, and I forgot how nice it is to have all that downy goodness just wrapped around me. It was really nice. I really enjoyed it. But anyway, guys, that's just a few things I brought with me. I just kind of wanted to mention real quick. If you have any comments or questions about any of them, just post them below. I'll do my best to answer any of those questions or reply to any comments you may have. And guys, I appreciate you watching. See ya.